And each time I would come to church, he'd have more to say to me about current things that were happening in my life, past things, and things about to come.
Our economic and business development is a direct result of the teachings that Bishop Jordan has laid down.
All I can say is Jordan. They said, what'd you say? I said Jordan, because they always on the mark.
Praise the Lord. Welcome to the Power of Prophecy. I'm your host, Master Prophet Ebernon Jordan. Today we're going to continue our teaching out of the law of thinking. So we want you to get your book. By now, you should have your books. You should have been able to go out and get your books and have the law of thinking in hand right now. And this is 20 secrets to using the divine power of your mind to manifest prosperity. The law of thinking. We're going to go to chapter 4 on page 43, and I'm going to have Reverend Run to begin reading. And what we're going to do, we're going to be looking tonight at the law of writing. Writing is one of the secrets of manifestation. If you don't write the vision, you will never have the vision. If it is not written, it cannot be gotten. Okay, Reverend Run, begin reading. Page 43.
The law of writing. Now that we firmly established that manifesting the things of God has ordained for your life is something that is in your control, we're going to talk about the ways you go about bringing forth that manifestation. But first, a few words about the misconception known as evil.
Good. Evil is our favorite subject in the church. Because the church just loves talking about evil, talking about the devil. We all like to talk about Satan doing this and Satan doing that. But the truth is that Satan is a convenient target for blame. There's a saying that goes, every time I've been stabbed in the back, I find my own fingerprints on the knife. You better watch how you use that devil, because that devil you're using is you. Which means most of the time when bad things happen in your life, it's because you thought, said, or did something that caused them to manifest. Usually the devil has nothing to do with it. Here's something that will rock your world. There is no such thing as evil. Now, we're going to get into some discussion today, and let's type that in the chat room right now. You may want to write it down at home. Underline it in your book. There is no such thing as evil. There is no such thing as evil. Reverend Run, continue.
There is only lack of awareness of God.
Good. When we start to understand that there is no evil, only the lack of the awareness of God, now we start to understand how evil gets played. Because when you don't see God in a spot, then evil takes up residence and begins to occupy that place. Read on.
You create the only evil there is when you choose to walk a path that rejects the good in you and rejects the calling from God to express His Spirit in the world. When you lack the awareness of being God, you make everything impossible. When you're in that state, you can only be and not become. You are static. You begin to die years before your body gives out.
Good. Prophet Kelly, continue on.
You are responsible for the divinity in your life, for using it, and for whether or not you miss the mark God as elected you aim for. That mark is I am God, the awareness that frees your creative power to shape this reality.
Good. Prophet Deborah, the reality of I am God, what does that mean to you?
Well, first of all, the reality of I am God, it lets me know first that I am spirit. My reality is not in this flesh and bone, in this house that I live in, but my reality